So bawat justice, bawat judge, bawat lawyer, bawat law student, mainsulto kayo sa ginawa ni Bongbong Marcos ng pag-surrender ng ating soberenya. Sinabi din niya na ang Pilipino, itong taong ito na sinabi ni Vice President Inday, hindi marunong maging president. Eksakto ang pinakita niya. He surrendered a Filipino citizen sa ICC sa isang dayuhan. Never na ginawa ni Rodrigo Roa Duterte yan. So it is incumbent upon everybody, lahat tayo, matuto tayo mag-Ingles. Kasi ang audience natin ngayon ay ang audience ni Rodrigo Roa Duterte, the world stage. We will tell the world who Rodrigo Roa Duterte is and what that war on drugs really is. Somewhere like 88 to 92% of Filipinos approved of Rodrigo Roa Duterte's war on drugs. Ang hindi niyo nakikita ngayon. Sabi ng informant ko sa BJMP, nung si PRRD ay kinidnap, ang nag-cheer doon, ang saya-saya nila. Mga CPP, NPA, NDF. Kasi ang nasa loob ng ICC na yan ay ang CPP, NPA, NDF. Si Cristina Conti, na sinabi ng mga former rebels, ay isang operatiba ng CPP, ay legal advisor ng CPP, NPA, NDF. Sa kanila din nanggaling yung bloated, exaggerated na figure na 30 to 60,000 deaths daw. Pero ang nasa alleged crimes ng ICC mismo ay 43 in 8 years. Sila ang may crimes against humanity, ang CPP, NPA, NDF na yan. At namemeligro ang Pilipinas ngayon kasi ang tingin ng CPP, NPA, NDF ay panalo na sila. Sandali na lang, pababagsakin na nila ang gobyernong ito. At madali yan kapag ang leader ay ganyan, katulad ni Bongbong Marcos. So, magkakapit-bisik tayo dito. Dumadaan tayo sa isang madilim na kabanata ng ating kasaysayan, pero sa aking pananaw, isa rin siyang kabanata na punong-puno siya ng pag-asa kasi matatanggal na natin ang CPNPA, NDF pag nasabi natin sa mundo, yung ICC na yan, nasa loob niyan ang CPNPA, NDF, mga komunistang teroristang nagwasak ng Pilipinas at sila ang nasa likod ng injustice na pag-kidnap ng former president with the collusion of the Marcos administration. Sila na mismo ang nag-amin. Sila na mismo ang umamin na the orders came from the office of the president. Very damning. So may I please talk to the international audience. Rodrigo Roa Duterte is the most beloved president of the Philippines. I had the privilege, I had the honor, I had the blessing to serve under such a president, and his trust and approval rating from the time he sat in office till the time he stepped down until now is unprecedented in the non-democratic world. And there is a reason for that. Rodrigo Roa Duterte comes but once in this lifetime. And this government of Bongbong Marcos kidnapped him. He wasn't given due process. He was taken in an airplane that the office of the president himself rented so that he could be kidnapped and brought to Hague. This Philippine president took his own citizen and surrendered him to the ICC at a kangaroo court, a court that has no respect from the international community. And I believe that none of us are separate, that we are all united. It doesn't matter if you're Filipino or if you're from Hague or if you're Chinese or if you're from the United States. We are one. And this is happening all over the world. The lies that are being told by media about leaders who are real leaders are happening. The ICC is happening. The use of NGOs to steal from government is happening. We know this because we have been under the terrorism for over half a century of the CPP, NPA, and the F. Therefore, I would like to appeal to you. You are our protection. You are humanity's protection. Whatever diminishes one person diminishes the rest of humanity. There are plenty of persons that deserve to be in jail. The CPP, NPA, NDF is one of them. Fascists and plunderers, people who steal from the people, billions, of which Marcos and Tambaloslos are being now asked to explain themselves in the Supreme Court, are one of them. But definitely, Rodrigo Roa Duterte is not one of them. Help us to our fellow humans all over the world. Help us bring a most beloved, a most respected leader in this country. Thank you.
Maraming salamat si Dr. Lorraine Bagoy. Gusto niya na bang marinig si VP Sara Duterte? Mangungusap po sa atin mamaya si VP Sara. Kasama na si Mayor Baste Duterte. At ang dalawang malapit kay Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte during sa kanyang huling oras bago siya naihatid sa Netherlands, si Hanilet Avancenia and Kitty Duterte. Kaya antabayanan po natin yan. Sa mga sandaling ito, makakasama po natin ngayon isa sa mga batikang abogado, Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles.
Magandang gabi po. Ang dami palang followers dito. Good evening. Hi po. Hi ma'am. Nung umalis po nung kinuha nila yung ating dating Pangulo, ang sama ng loob ko, kasi meron sana akong gustong sabihin sa kanya bago siya nakuha. Gusto ko sana magpasalamat sa kanya. Naging magkaibigan kami nung naging kalihim ako ng press. At dahil sandali lang yun, tumawid na right away after that. Naging madalas po akong dumalaw sa Davao. Nagchichikahan lang kami. Nung minsan, paalis na ako after masayang chikahan, ito ang hindi ko makalimutan. Ang sabi niya sa akin, siya pa yung unang nakapagpasalamat sa akin, kukunti pa lang naman nagawa ko para sa kanya. Ang unforgettable na sinabi niya sa akin, Trixie, thank you for your friendship. So, gusto kong marinig nyo, kung sakasakali, if ever there should come a time na ma-meet nyo siya ulit, ma-meet niyo siya. Pakisabi, ito yung pasasalamat ko sa kanya. Sir, maraming salamat. Ikaw yung bukod-tanging Pangulo na naawa. Naawa ka dun sa presyo ng bigas na hindi maabot ng ordinaryong mamamayan. Naawa ka sa ordinaryong mamamayan na balik ng balik nagpaparenew ng driver's license. Na balik ng balik, nagpaparenew ng passport. And speaking of passports, kayo lang po yung naawa nung nakita ninyo yung mga ordinaryong mamamayan na nakahiga sa harap ng DFA, nag-hope na ma-interview sila, makakuha ng passport. 3 po yung anak ko na na-hold up in the years before your administration. Lang yung anak ko. Simula nung naging presidente siya, nakakalakad na sila sa kalye. Walang naghaharas. Walang hold up. So, sumakay ako sa taxi noong 2018 at 2016, nung bago pa lang presidente. Pagkasakay ko ng taxi, sabi ko, Manong, pauwi po ng Cubao, pwede ko namang dagdagan yung sa metro nyo. Sabi sa akin, Ma'am, metro lang po tayo. Presidente na si Digong. Hindi na po nangyayari yun. Ngayon, pag tuwing gabi, nagtatawag ako ng mga anak kung nakauwi na sila. Naalala ko, sa 6 na taon na presidente ka, sir, inalagaan niyo kami. Kaya deserving talaga kayo na tawagin ka namin Tatay Digong. And sir, ito din po taus-puso. Thank you for your friendship. Mahal na mahal ka namin.
Maraming salamat po, Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles. At ngayon po mga kaibigan, bago po ang next speaker po natin, nais lang po natin i-recognize, kasama po natin dito, nakikisa sa panawagan na ibalik dito si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, walang iba kundi si Filipino Guerrilla Forces Supremo, Sir Dado Enrique. At ngayon, tawagin po natin ang ating next speaker, walang iba, ang dating kalihim ng Department of Migrant Workers, Secretary Abdullah Gabs Mamao.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will be speaking not for and in behalf of my Muslim brothers and sisters in the country. But although I don't have the permission of all the Muslims in this country, I do believe that we have the applause of all the speakers that had made their own statements in this prayer rally tonight. On my part, I will only be dealing on the legal issue that is actually involved in the problem of our former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Itong issue nito is about the jurisdiction of the International Criminal Court. Malinaw in the law governing the International Criminal Court that the jurisdiction of the ICC, as pointed out by Attorney Torion, is only complementary. There was a time when the Solicitor General of our country had testified before Congress, and he was asked if the International Criminal Court has jurisdiction over all cases involving residents and citizens of the Republic of the Philippines. And there was one very simple answer of the Solicitor General. And he said that the jurisdiction of the ICC is complementary in nature. Even during the time of President Duterte, the ICC would not have jurisdiction on the cases that were filed before the ICC because, according to the Solicitor General, the judicial system during the time of President Duterte was operational. There was no breakdown in the judicial system of our country. The prosecution, the investigation bodies of our country are working. And because the judicial system of our country was operational, the prosecution, the investigation bodies of our country were working. The International Criminal Court of Justice, at the time, during the time of President Duterte, could not even take jurisdiction of the cases that were filed before it. And now, we are talking about the current administration. Is there a breakdown of our judicial system? Is our prosecution and investigation bodies not functioning? If our judicial system is operational, if our prosecution and investigation bodies are working, definitely under the rules of International Criminal Court, they could not in any way take jurisdiction of the cases that were filed against the former president, Rodrigo Roa Duterte. I would like to my statement very short because the lady is telling me about the following program that has to be done. It's already late, almost 10 o'clock tonight. But I would like to make this one very simple request to all our supporters, to all those who are here today, to those who are not here today. As pointed out by all the other speakers, we have to support them, to ask the assistance, the help of the Almighty God, the Almighty Allah. Duterte should be protected while there he is in the Hague, Netherlands. And that the prayer of Rodrigo Duterte and before the International Criminal Court, which is a matter of right for him to be given interim release during the time that the cases against him are being scheduled by the International Criminal Court. And for that matter, in my simple capacity, as a friend, as a brother, as a former classmate of the president, I support all those who are here today and all those who are in the different parts of our country for the interest and the welfare of our people, that the justice for the former president should prevail, and that the International Criminal Court will later on dismiss all the charges against former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Mabuhay kayo lahat! Mabuhay si Duterte! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Maraming salamat, Secretary.